Welcome to a journey through boxing's most unforgettable moments. This isn't just about punches, it's about heart, will, and the nights that changed everything. We're counting down the fights that defined eras and created legends. The ring is a sacred space, where warriors paint masterpieces with blood, sweat, and spirit. These bouts are more than contests. They're human drama, courage, and history. Get comfortable. We're about to relive the magic. These are the moments that made boxing what it is. Let's get into it. March 8, 1971, Madison Square Garden. The city pulsed with anticipation, as if the world itself was holding its breath for what was about to unfold. This wasn't just a fight, it was Ali versus Frazier, a clash of worlds, of ideologies, of personalities. The brash, poetic Ali, a symbol of resistance and change, versus the stoic blue-collar Frazier, the embodiment of grit and determination. Ali, the poet and icon, returned after years of exile, stripped of his title for standing up for his beliefs. Now, he was back, determined to reclaim his throne and prove he was still the greatest. Frazier, the relentless champion, waited. He had carried the heavyweight crown in Ali's absence, but many doubted his legitimacy until he faced Ali himself. The world stopped to watch. Celebrities, politicians, and fans from every corner of the globe packed the garden. Even Frank Sinatra was ringside, camera in hand, capturing history. The air was electric, thick with tension and excitement. Two undefeated heavyweights, both with everything to prove. Ali floated, jabbed, taunted. His movements poetry in motion, his words as sharp as his punches. Frazier just kept coming, absorbing punishment to get inside. He was relentless, his eyes never leaving Ali, his will unbreakable. For 14 brutal rounds it was back and forth, Ali's lightning-fast combinations, Frazier's thunderous body shots. Each round was a war, neither man willing to yield. Both men refused to give an inch, leaving pieces of themselves in the ring. Sweat and blood mixed on the canvas as the crowd roared with every exchange. The 15th round, Ali, exhausted, slumped on his stool, searching for one last reserve of strength. Frazier, sensing his moment, steeled himself for the final assault. Frazier unleashed his legendary left hook. Ali went down, hard. The garden erupted in chaos, the noise deafening as history was made in a single punch. Ali got up, defiant as ever, but the damage was done. He had survived, but the fight had taken its toll. Frazier won by unanimous decision, but there were no losers that night. Both men had given everything, earning each other's respect and the admiration of the world. Both men became titans that night, their rivalry forever etched into the annals of boxing history. That fight changed boxing forever. It was more than a sporting event. It was a moment that transcended the ring, inspiring generations to come. Tokyo Dome, 1990. The world was watching, anticipation thick in the air. This was supposed to be just another night of dominance for the heavyweight champion. I was the baddest man on the planet, undefeated, untouchable. My reputation alone sent shivers down opponents' spines. Every punch I threw was feared. Every step I took was watched. Enter James "Buster" Douglas, a 42-1 underdog fighting for his late mother's memory. He wasn't just fighting for himself, he was fighting for something bigger, something deeply personal. No one gave him a chance. The experts, the fans, even the bookmakers had already written him off. To most, he was just another name on my record. But from the first bell, he wasn't scared. He stood tall, eyes locked on mine, refusing to back down or be intimidated. Douglas used his jab, his reach, and boxed perfectly, keeping me at bay. He moved with purpose, landing shots that surprised everyone, including me. I knocked him down in the 8th. Everyone thought it was over. The crowd roared, certain they'd just witnessed the end of his challenge. But Douglas got up, stronger than before. He rose with a look of determination, as if nothing could keep him down that night. In the 10th, he caught me with a flurry. I went down, fumbling for my mouthpiece, stunned by the force and precision of his punches. The world was in shock. I was in shock. The impossible had just happened before everyone's eyes. The referee counted to 10. The arena fell silent, then erupted in disbelief and awe. The invincible Tyson was beaten. My reign had ended in the most unexpected way. Buster Douglas became heavyweight champion in the biggest upset in sports history. He proved that heart, determination, and belief can defy all odds. In boxing, anything can happen. That night in Tokyo, the world learned to never count out the underdog. New Orleans, 1980. The Superdome. 5 months earlier, Roberto Duran bullied Sugar Ray Leonard and took his title. The rematch was set. Everyone expected another war. But Leonard changed the game. He danced, used his speed, and outboxed Duran. Ray taunted, showboated, and frustrated Duran at every turn. Duran couldn't catch him. The bull couldn't catch the matador. Late in the 8th, Duran turned away and uttered, "No mas." The fearsome hands of stone quit. Leonard didn't just win. He broke Duran's will. It was the ultimate victory of mind over muscle. Zaire, 1974. The world's eyes were fixed on a legendary showdown. Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman, a fight that would become one of the most iconic moments in sports history. Ali, older and written off by many, was seen as past his prime. He faced the most feared man in boxing, George Foreman, a young, powerful champion who seemed unstoppable. Foreman had demolished both Joe Frazier and Ken Norton, two men who had previously beaten Ali. His raw strength and aggression left opponents flattened and fans in awe. Almost no one believed Ali could win. Experts, commentators, and fans alike doubted his chances, predicting a quick and brutal defeat. But the fight was held in Africa, and Ali's charisma won over the hearts of the local people. He became a symbol of hope and pride, embraced as a hero by the people of Zaire. In the opening rounds, Ali danced around the ring, using his famous footwork. Then, in a shocking move, he did the unthinkable. He leaned back against the ropes, inviting Foreman to attack. Foreman unleashed a barrage of heavy punches, but Ali absorbed the punishment, taunting and talking to George the whole time. This was Ali's brilliant strategy, the rope-a-dope. Ali let Foreman punch himself out, making him waste energy with every wild swing. Round after round, Foreman grew more tired, his punches losing their power. By the 8th round, Foreman was completely exhausted, his hands dropping and his face showing the toll of Ali's tactics. Sensing his moment, Ali exploded with a lightning-fast combination. Foreman staggered, then crashed to the canvas, unable to beat the count. Ali reclaimed the heavyweight title, stunning the world and defying the odds with his intelligence, courage, and unbreakable will. The rumble in the jungle became a testament to Ali's greatness. Sometimes, it's not about titles, it's about heart. Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward, 2002. A crossroads fight turned into a war. From the first bell, they traded bombs. No defense, just pure fighting. Gatti, the skilled boxer. Ward, the blue-collar brawler. The action was relentless, the pain visible, but neither man backed down. Gatti suffered a bad cut, was behind, but refused to quit. Round 9. Ward dropped Gatti with a vicious body shot. Gatti got up, survived, and won the 10th. Ward won by decision, but both men became legends. It wasn't about winning or losing, it was about the human spirit. April 15th, 1985. Caesar's Palace. Hagler versus Hearns. 8 minutes of pure chaos. The first round, the greatest in boxing history. No defense, just violence. Hearns stunned Hagler. Opened a cut. Hagler turned into a monster. They traded bombs, neither giving an inch. By round 3, Hagler's cut was bad. The doctor checked him. Hagler charged, landed a right, and Hearns went down. It was over. 8 minutes, a lifetime of action. This wasn't a fight. It was the war. Mayweather versus Pacquiao, the fight everyone wanted. Years of hype, record-breaking money, global attention. But the fight itself? It was a Mayweather masterclass. He neutralized Pacquiao's offense, controlled the pace, and made it a boxing match. Pacquiao couldn't break through Floyd's defense. Mayweather won a clear decision, showing why he was undefeated. It wasn't a war, but its place in history is undeniable for the scale and anticipation. March 17, 1990, Chavez versus Taylor, thunder and lightning. Taylor boxed a masterpiece, outspeeding Chavez for 11 rounds. Chavez kept coming, absorbing punishment, landing heavy shots. Taylor was ahead, but battered and exhausted. In the final round with seconds left, Chavez landed a massive right. Taylor got up, but didn't answer the ref. With 2 seconds left, the fight was stopped. Chavez won by TKO. Controversy still rages. Was it the right call? A tragic, dramatic ending to an incredible fight. June 28, 1997. The rematch. Tyson versus Holyfield. Holyfield had shocked the world in their first fight. I wanted redemption, but frustration boiled over. Holyfield's headbutts, my anger. I lost control. In the third round, I bit his ear. Chaos erupted. The fight continued, but I bit him again. I was disqualified. My lowest moment. I lost my license, my money, and my discipline. It's a cautionary tale. Your demons can consume you if you let them. June 21st, 2003. Lennox Lewis versus Vitaly Klitschko. Lewis, the aging champion, faced Klitschko on short notice. It turned into a brutal slugfest. Klitschko outboxed Lewis early, rocked him, and opened a horrific cut. Blood poured, but Klitschko kept fighting. Both men landed huge shots, but Lewis's punches did more damage. Between rounds, the doctor stopped the fight. Klitschko was ahead on the cards. Lewis won by TKO, but it was a hollow victory. Klitschko became a star in defeat. Lewis retired as champion. It was the end of an era. 10 nights where the world stood still. These fights are the soul of boxing. Pain, glory, and drama. Everyone has their own favorite moments. What's yours? Share your stories in the comments. Let's keep these legacies alive. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you want more legendary sports stories, hit subscribe. Until next time, keep your hands up and keep fighting the good fight. Peace.